The things that you can do on a desktop computer, or you used to be able to do on a desktop computer, you can also do on an iPhone or a tablet. It's actually a lower cost way to have really powerful computing.
There was a quarterly report issued recently by Apple. They're going to sell, upwards of 200 million phones. I have an iPhone and I use it pretty consistently throughout the day. Personal use and for business, checking my email pretty constantly. I also use it to play games. It's a smartphone, so I can browse the internet. So I probably use it a couple hours out of the day.
You read those stories about people that will sleep text. If they get a text message or an email while half asleep, they'll just pick it up, just reply, and they don't remember doing it. Like, you have to use something so often that your instinct is that. You know what I mean? So I think people are using them a lot. I don't personally have a smartphone or a tablet because I don't want the distraction. We are talking a lot more because of iPhones. Conversation goes across communities, it goes across the globe, but it has a tendency of being more shallow.
People are starting to lose their ability, or at least their willingness, to communicate with each other face to face. It's a lot easier to talk to somebody digitally, especially if you have bad news. You can deliver it that way. Is that the best way to do it? The most sincere way to do it? No, probably not. But people still do that, and now they have the option to do that pretty freely.
It's easy for me to fire off a nasty tweet or update my Facebook page without having a conversation where you have to look someone in the eye. It's good, but we're not maturing as a society to have a conversation that is instant access and big as far as reach, but it's a shallow reach.
Using an electronic device like a smartphone while you're driving can be extremely hazardous.
I'd like you to be blindfolded while driving for the next 30 seconds. Are you comfortable doing that?
If you're using your hands and your eyes for something other than driving, you're impairing your ability to do that safely.
And that's why they have rules that say don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, because you're impaired. Laws are always behind technology, and the laws are trying to catch up.
There are a lot of states that are banning the use of cell phones within a car.
If you think about what you're doing, how fast you're moving, how much momentum you're carrying, and then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna mess with my phone for 15 seconds. Save a life, put it down.
And it's great to be able to access information at any time. We can use it for navigation. So we can stay in communication with each other a lot easier.
Whenever we come up with a new way to communicate, there's always the question, does television have an effect on society? Yes. Does film have an effect on society? Yes. If you can take the entire internet and have it at your fingertips at all times, is that going to have an effect on society? I would certainly hope that it would.
But the information that you can get through a smartphone and how readily available that is, it's hard to argue with that being a positive thing for people.